Hello viewers, we're going to fix this battery box today. So we've got these corroded contacts, which I'm going to replace with two of these. I'm going to solder these together. And then this one, I'm going to have to cut this one off and I'll solder the wire onto here. And it's not going to be a perfect fit. Everything's not going to fit in there exactly as it should because it's not the same size as this. You know, this one has a much larger backing to it than these will. So I'll have to kind of glue it into place with low temperature hot glue, but that's fine. We'll do that and it should work okay. In order to prepare these, what I'm going to do is cut these tabs off because these tabs are not going to help us any. So I'm going to cut this off. Well, I may not. There we go. And I'll do this one as well. And I'm going to just try to solder these together. So that's a very wishful thinking, and it very well may not work, but that would certainly be the easiest way to fix this. So we're going to give it a try. It'd have to sit kind of just like that. Well, brilliant me just tried to pick one of those things up after it was just soldered. And my hands are fairly calloused, so I didn't feel it right away. And it just burned my finger. That's lovely. Anyways, I have to rethink what I was going to do here because I soldered them together, then it didn't fit. Because it has to slide in behind that little tab there, and there's not much more space available than the actual piece itself, which I'm not going to touch again. So this fits in here. Actually, you know what? I may be able to just jam both of them in there and they'll make physical contact that way. Certainly simplify things. Is this cool off? Yes, it is. Okay. I'll just stick that in there. And then I'll take the other one here. And I'll jam this in here. And it's actually going to work just fine. So here's an instance of making something far more complicated than it has to be. And those two, well, this needs to get into position a little better, but those two are going to make contact just by physically sitting in there. So that's done. That was easy. I repositioned these a little bit, and they're making good contact now. So that's ready to go. And this one here is still okay. So I'll put this one back in and that'll be fine. No modifications to be done on that one. And you can see it happens to me that these ones kind of sit just at the right level, so they're a good fit for the replacement. So now I have to fix this last one here. I'm going to remove this from the wire because it's really of no use to us anymore. And I'm going to strip it. Clearly not with the stripper set that way. Okay. And this does have a tab on it, so I'm going to bend that tab up. And we're just going to solder this right onto that tab there. And so now I will slide that one back into place. this one's not fitting quite as well as the other ones were. So I'm just going to add a little bit of low temperature hot glue and just to hold it in place. Okay, now we're ready to put the battery cover back on. Alright, that's all put back together. So, slip this stuff back into place here. Actually, this probably, yeah, we'll do it that way. This was not manufactured correctly, or at least it wasn't assembled correctly. You can see here the thing is folded over and it shouldn't be like that. Alright, so let's put some batteries in here and see what happens. Now, this diagram, I don't know how it's supposed to read. I don't know if that's the side that goes in first or the side that's supposed to stick out. I'm thinking now maybe it's the side that's supposed to stick out. So put it in like this and see what happens. It's working. So that's a successful battery compartment repair.